Hi everyone, this is Liz from Creative Life of Liz, and I'm here to do my September book Bujo or reading journal setup. This is in my, I think, Michael's, maybe American Crafts, dot grid notebook. I will link it down below so you'll know what one it is. Before we do the September setup, I do want to let you know where I'm at with some of the stuff that comes before it. Today is Wednesday the 28th. When I'm filming this, so doing pretty well on my reading this month. Had a couple of slow days when I was just really busy with other things, but overall pretty good. Keeping up with my annual goals. I think the goals I set were not ridiculously ambitious, which I think was good. I can actually achieve them. Over here on the side, I did add one more book for the Our Fantasy Bingo. I did read A Tempest of Tea for the heist one. I'm keeping up with the buzzword one. This one's been done for forever. Pop Sugar, I did cover a couple more on here. I do need to kind of get perhaps a little bit more intentional with trying to finish these off since we are in the last third of the year at this point. And then I'm making progress on Romanceopoly. I should finish all 4 of mine for this month. We'll see how that goes. And then Adventures in Aldea, we moved the Magical Readathon Autumnal Equinox. G moved that back to September, so I read the September book in August so that we're ready to go. And then skipping ahead, let's see. I do want to cover these. So every Romantasy, I did finish a Vikings book to finish the last bonus challenge. This was already done. And then going on to the back, from July reading, my favorite read of the month was Race to the Sun by Rebecca Roanhorse. This was a middle grade adventure. I thought it was really good and also had a lot of indigenous folklore in it, which was really interesting. And I love to kind of read about that. And it did feel a lot like Carmen Sandiego, which was pretty fun. I also really enjoyed A Letter to the Luminous Deep by Sylvia Catherall. This was very lyrical, very beautiful, and some science in there, which was pretty fun. And then my biggest disappointment was the Book of Azrael by Amber V. Nicole. I thought that the world building and the mythology would be interesting, and it turned out maybe not for me. So my top 5 of the month were Race to the Sun. That doesn't look like an E. I will fix that right now. Race to the Sun by Rebecca Roanhorse, A Letter to the Luminous Deep by Sylvia Catherall, How to Become the Dark Lord and Die Trying by Janko Wetzler, Secrets of the Silver Lion by Emma Othergay. That's actually a Carmen Sandiego book, so that was pretty fun. And then Maya's Laws of Love by Alina Kawaja, maybe? I don't know. Anyway, I enjoyed all of those books. They were pretty fun. Looking at my book stats, I read 30 books in July for about 10,000 pages. Overall, pretty meh reading month. I had no 5-star reads. Most of my reads were 3 stars. Pretty meh overall. I did try a lot of new authors. My Own Voices mix was not my favorite. I do like to be closer to 50-50, but still decent, I guess. I read a lot of romance. I have Kindle Unlimited right now, so that's not really surprising, and a mix of some other things. In romance, about half of them were contemporary, a good chunk under fantasy. That was because of those 2 fantasy romance readathons. And then format, a lot of ebooks because I have Kindle Unlimited. So moving into August, from here, this was the August setup, definitely fun and colorful. I will finish this Soldier Street book. I'm reading that right now. And then Oath of Fire was the only book I really needed to get read in August, so I did succeed there, and that's all I had. Pick Pong Thong, I feel like I should cover up the middle chunk since by the time you see this, there will still be a little bit of the month left, so you don't need to know about how my team is doing. But it's been lots of fun to read, and then I did add in a section here for what we do for the bonus rounds because I don't know if you can actually read it, but I did finish the first set, so I think doesn't have to be a secret at this point. Literature readathon. I did finish all of this. I did a lot of double counting, triple counting, stuff like that to make it work, but it was a pretty fun week. I'd originally put it as the whole month, but realized it was only the 1 week, so had to move that around. Now when we get into the books I was reading, I am keeping up with a rate of about 1 per day. So overall, pretty good. I'm hoping to get 3 more books read this month. I have a couple of chunky ones, so that might be what I get done, especially since the Ping Pongathon will end at about 10 a.m. on the 31st in my time zone. So I think this amount of stuff left will be sufficient for this month. I am a little worried I'm not going to fit the rest of the year in these pages, so we might have to add a few pages. We're going to have to see how that goes, I guess. But this will fit the books I'm reading. I have these 2 for my summaries and stuff, these 2 for my statistics, and then this is where we will start September. So yeah, this is all I have left. We'll see how that goes. But for September, the main washi I want to use is this one from Jet Pens, which has like green and gold leaves and then purple grapes on this purple plummy background. Definitely grape leaf vibe. I thought it was really good for fall with the colors though, especially early fall, like in September. Also, if you are familiar with Western New York, I live in a region that's very much known for ice wine, so grape picking still not happening. So still a good season, I think, for including this. And then I did also pull this washi that I got as a gift, I think from Amazon, that has this like black, gold, white kind of vibe, just to give a little extra pizzazz, make it extra fall-y. And then I pulled this goldish colored I by M fine liner, and then the violet zebra mild liner. And that's what I have. My plan for this month is to try to go with the easiest possible setup I can do. So I'm going to try to make this really quick and easy. We'll see how that goes. But I'm going to do that setup. I think the only readathon I'm going to set up for is Magical Readathon. So we'll see how that goes as well. So stick around for to watch how this goes, I guess. All right, here's my setup. Very simple, very quick. So I did kind of a sideways vibe with the 2 washies and a little bit of the mild liner in the middle, and then wrote September with some drop shadows here, and that's all I did. Very simple. And then I decided to kind of keep the sideways vibes over here for the headers. And so I turned it this way. And then this will fit my Romanzopoly. I put 5 dots for this month because I thought maybe I'll get an extra one done to try to get caught up for some of the months that haven't done as much. And I am kind of in a romance mood this month, so I think that'll probably work. And then this is my priority reads. The only one I have in here right now is The Will of the Many for the Mindwalkers group read, but we'll see what else fits in here, and we'll see if I even get to that one. To be honest, it just depends on how the month goes. And then I kept up the sideways vibe for Magical Readathon with the header here, and then I'm just going to go down with the information. You'll notice I did not fill in any of the prompts or any details for my calling. That's because I'm going to do this backwards this month. So I think I'm just going to read for the prompts that I want to read for until I start getting close to a calling, and then I'm going to go with that one. So we'll see how it goes. And then I'm just going to start the reads here. I thought about doing Final Book Support Group, which is the first week of September, so starts the 2nd. But I'm just not gonna stay focused, I think. So I'm not gonna officially do it. I do have a couple of sequels that I'm gonna try to get to just to kind of fit in there. We'll see how that goes. But that's all I have for today. As always, please like and subscribe below if you haven't already. I really appreciate it. It helps me out. Let me know what you're excited to read in September or what readathons you're participating in. I would also love book recommendations or things like that. I would always love to hear from you guys. If you don't have anything that you want to leave in the comments, then just leave me some sort of leaf emoji since it's the start of fall in September. I would love to just hear from you that way as well. And then follow me on Instagram at Creative Life of Liz. I show in progress and finished spreads in this planner and my other planners, bits and pieces of my life, what I'm reading, all that good stuff. And until next time, bye.